What's good? How's it going? My name is Kirill. If you guys don't not already know me, and exactly 46 days ago, I set out to help one of my subscribers to go literally from zero to landing his first deal for completely free. And yeah, you heard that right, for literally free. And in this video, I'll show you exactly what we did, what progress we've gotten, and what didn't work out. The ups and the downs and the raw truth. And if you are new here, just some quick context. Like I said, I am helping out one of my subscribers build a real business working with creators. No dropshipping, no crypto, and none of that meme coin bullshit. Just real strategies that work in 2025. Before I go ahead and break down our exact DM strategy, if you haven't watched the first episode where I show you guys how to find the right creators to reach out to, go watch that first, because you, in actual fact, can start with the subscriber, because if this works for him, it will work for you, right? Now let me go ahead and show you what actually happens after we find those creators and why most people's DMs get ignored. I mean, just take a look at our tracking sheet real quick. Look at this, December 17th, that's the day we started. Day one, we had our first call, we planned everything out, created the spreadsheet, and started looking for prospects. In day two, we started sending out the first DMs. And day three, the follow-ups. And then literally for 26 days straight, just following up and DMing back and forth. And I'm gonna be honest, Scooby has been grinding literally day in and day out, but we've got literally zero responses so far. So here's just a quick outline. Day one, setting everything up. Day two, the first DMs went out. And day 3 to 29, nothing but follow-ups and more outreach. But the reality is, this is what it actually takes. While everyone else is looking for shortcuts, we're here putting in the actual work. I have to also mention that Scooby during this whole process wasn't just spamming the same outreach messages. He actually had to go ahead and switch up his strategy a little bit for every single creator. So if we go ahead and look at actually what matters, number one, the first touch points, the story replies that actually add value, strategic comments that show expertise, and Loom videos breaking down opportunities. Now let me show you exactly what I mean. When we see a creator post a story about their business struggles, instead of just replying with some basic emoji, would say something like, that scaling issue you mentioned just helped solve another creator's XYZ problem by implementing XYZ system. And obviously that hits different because you're actually adding value to the creator. And then number two is the initial DM structure. And here's the exact framework that me and Scooby used. Now the first line are always pattern interrupts. For example, notice something interesting about your audience's response to the last free post that you made. And then we go ahead and we show that we did our homework. Especially when we saw how you talked about X, we saw your audience immediately asked about the implementations. Now you see when you ask that, and then the next thing is going to be going ahead and adding value. Something along the lines of, just helped another creator solve this exact problem by doing this, this, and that. And now you see how that exact outreach strategy is different from like something like love your content or check your DMs. So in turn, these are the things that actually are going to matter. Pattern interrupt opening, proof of research, specific insights about their content, value before asking, and finally call to action that works. But here's where we actually went ahead and took it to a whole new level. Loom videos. Let me put you onto some real sauce in game about these Loom videos, because this strategy is still not as tapped as you may think. Instead of just sending basic DMs, we started sending personalized Loom videos, breaking down specific opportunities in their content. And here's exactly what we included in those videos. The first 30 seconds, we break down specific posts we noticed. For example, someone like, yo, saw your post about X from last week and noticed something interesting in your comments. Next minute, we show them actual screenshots of their audience's specific pain points. And this will look something like, look at these comments here. Your audience is literally telling you what they want to buy. And then finally, we break down one specific opportunity. Something along the lines of, here's exactly how you could solve this problem for your audience. And you want to know the craziest part? These Loom videos are only 3 to 4 minutes long, require no editing, completely raw, and they actually show that you did your homework about the creator. Now the third step after the initial DM structure is actually the psychology behind it. Now most people are going to mess this up because they do not understand the psychology behind why the creators respond. I mean, think about it. Creators get pitched all day long, but when you actually show you study their content, you give real value, and you understand their audience's pain points and can even provide more value, that's when they're actually going to go ahead and pay attention to what you want to say. And obviously, you can't put this amount of effort on 15, 30, 50, 100, and more creators at one time. So you have to focus, in this case, on quality over quantity. I'm going to be honest, it's going to be way better to pick 3 to 4 creators in different niches. In one niche you choose, and just focus on high quality follow-ups instead of going ahead and pitching new people every single day. Now if you're still at this part of the video, this is where the real game is, and I'm going to show you our entire follow-up strategy. Number one is the timing between each message. You're going to be asking yourself when to send the first follow-up, optimal spacing between the messages, and when to switch your angles. So this is where the real sauce is going to be. I'm going to break down the exact simple follow-up strategy that Scooby used, that I used, and that only a few people actually know about. You have to keep an eye out on the time between the messages you send, the content of your follow-ups, because every single time you have to add new value, and you must try new angles. You're going to go ahead and see what actually is going to get you responses, what is not going to be getting you responses, and you do not want to be left on just 1,000 messages of you sending out to your creator and getting literally no response or being left unseen. Now, using this exact strategy, Scooby kept working. And then something good finally happened. On exactly day 30 since we started the challenge, we got a message back. A creator actually responded saying that our message stood out because we pointed out something about their audience that the creator himself has not noticed. And on top of that, this was a perfect prospect for Scooby. They literally only sold cheap ebooks to the past to their audience, while also being in a completely unsaturated niche. But here's where things get interesting, because what happened next changed everything to how we approach these deals. Scooby got ghosted. And no, I'm gonna be honest, it's not like the creator was not interested. They even asked questions and wanted to download our Loom video, which is pretty strange, because if you're in the space and you've had experience with Loom videos, I have never heard of that before personally. But the reality is, shit like this happens. And it's all just a part of the game. You can find the perfect client, get a positive response, and then just get ghosted after. I'm gonna be completely real here with you. For a second, I had a feeling Scooby was just gonna quit. I mean, sure, like, if this happened to me, I would have a feeling of quitting straight after. I mean, let's be honest, stuff like this really hits your mentality like nothing else. But thankfully, Scooby kept going. He kept looking for prospects and kept sending out DMs. And well, sadly, even after sending out so many DMs, he kept getting left unseen. He kept getting his DMs lost and a lot of no's until day 46. So I pull up my phone and I see that Scooby hit me with this exact message. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. And where it says, where he goes, yo, what's good? He sends me like a link of a prospect and tells me that he just got a reply from this guy, watched the Loom and liked the idea. He said he's talking to him on messages right now and he's gonna try and get him on a call after. And well, next day, he actually did end up getting on a call with that prospect. And I'm gonna pull up a message he sent me right after. For the next part, the next episode, or whatever you wanna call it, I'm gonna be showing you what to do when you get your first response, how to handle the conversation, Scooby's mistakes, and what he did good. Because trust me, what happens in the next part, you're gonna wanna see. And if you guys are liking this series and want me to break down anything in specific, just drop a comment and I'll make sure to answer it in the next video or reply or just send me your Instagram. And then finally, if you guys do want me to break down a specific strategy that we've used in this video that I've used to help Scooby out more specifically, then just either send me a message on my Instagram at just KYRI, just Kirill, or message me on my Telegram. I'll drop my Telegram link in the description, then you can just message me on there or just comment it and I'll be sure to answer it in the next video. Yeah, that's about it for this one. I hope you guys are liking this series, these parts, these episodes, whatever you want to call them. I've been gone for a while, but that's mainly because we've had a bunch of work, me and Scooby, myself, my partner, and but the next parts are going to be coming very, very soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.